On August 14, 2018, Italy witnessed an unexpected tragedy when the Morandi Bridge in Genoa suddenly collapsed during traffic. The collapse of the Morandi Bridge in Genoa, Italy, was a catastrophe that sent shockwaves not only through the city, but across the entire world. On the morning of August 14, 2018, as rain poured down and traffic moved steadily along the A10 motorway, a massive section of the bridge suddenly gave way. In a matter of seconds, what had once been a symbol of modern engineering was reduced to a tangled mass of concrete and steel, crushing everything in its path. The devastation was immediate and overwhelming. Dozens of vehicles, cars, trucks, and vans were hurled into the void, plummeting nearly 150 feet to the ground below. The sound of the collapse echoed through the city, followed by a cloud of dust and the blaring of car alarms. Emergency services rushed to the scene, their sirens piercing the stunned silence that had fallen over Genoa. Firefighters, paramedics, and police officers worked frantically, searching for survivors amid the wreckage. The scale of the disaster quickly became apparent. 43 people lost their lives that day, and dozens more were injured, some critically. For the families of the victims, the pain was unimaginable. Many had been on their way to work, to vacation, or simply running errands when tragedy struck. In the hours and days that followed, loved ones gathered near the site, desperate for news, clinging to hope as rescue teams combed through the debris. The city mourned together, united in grief and disbelief. Makeshift memorials sprang up along the streets, with flowers, candles, and handwritten notes honoring those who had perished. The impact of the collapse extended far beyond the immediate loss of life. The Morandi Bridge was a vital artery for Genoa, connecting neighborhoods, businesses, and families. Its destruction severed the city, causing chaos and confusion, as authorities scrambled to reroute traffic and provide alternative routes. The economic consequences were severe, with businesses cut off from suppliers and customers, and the port, one of Italy's busiest, facing significant disruptions. As the dust settled, questions began to swirl about how such a disaster could have happened. The Morandi Bridge, completed in 1967, had long been considered an engineering marvel, but concerns about its maintenance and structural integrity had been raised for years. In the aftermath, engineers and officials surveyed the damage, poring over blueprints and structural reports, searching for answers. The collapse sparked a nationwide debate about infrastructure safety, maintenance standards, and the responsibilities of those tasked with ensuring public safety. Rescue efforts continued around the clock, with teams from across Italy and beyond joining the search for survivors. Heavy machinery was brought in to clear the rubble, while rescue dogs sniffed through the debris, and volunteers provided support to those affected. The Italian Red Cross set up emergency shelters, offering food, water, and comfort to survivors and displaced residents. The community rallied together, demonstrating remarkable resilience in the face of tragedy. News of the disaster spread rapidly, with reporters broadcasting live from the scene, and images of the collapsed bridge appearing on screens around the world. The international response was swift, with messages of condolence and offers of assistance pouring in from governments and organizations worldwide. The Morandi Bridge collapse became a symbol of both the fragility of human achievement and the strength of the human spirit in times of crisis. In the weeks and months that followed, investigations were launched, and the search for accountability began. But for the people of Genoa, the scars of that day would remain for years to come. The collapse of the Morandi Bridge was not just an engineering failure. It was a human tragedy, one that forever changed the city and left an indelible mark on all who witnessed its devastation. The aftermath of the bridge collapse was chaotic, but within hours, teams of investigators, engineers, and forensic experts arrived at the scene, determined to uncover the truth behind the tragedy. Their mission was clear: to piece together the events that led to the catastrophic failure and to ensure that such a disaster would never happen again. As they sifted through the twisted metal and shattered concrete, every detail became a potential clue. The air was thick with tension and urgency as the world watched and waited for answers. The investigation began with a meticulous examination of the wreckage. Investigators carefully documented the position of every fallen beam, every snapped cable, and every fragment of the bridge's structure. Forensic engineers collected samples of steel and concrete, searching for signs of fatigue, corrosion, or manufacturing defects. They pored over maintenance records, scrutinizing every inspection report and repair log from the bridge's decades-long history. It soon became clear that the collapse was not the result of a single, sudden event, but rather a series of overlooked warning signs and missed opportunities. As the days passed, the investigation revealed a troubling pattern. Maintenance schedules had been delayed, critical repairs postponed, and warning signs ignored. In some cases, budget constraints had forced city officials to make difficult choices, prioritizing short-term savings over long-term safety. In others, communication breakdowns between engineers and administrators meant that urgent concerns were never fully addressed. The bridge, once a symbol of progress and connection, had become a victim of neglect and complacency. Interviews with those responsible for the bridge's upkeep painted a complex picture. Some spoke of the challenges of maintaining aging infrastructure in a rapidly growing city. Others admitted to feeling pressure to keep the bridge open, even when they knew repairs were overdue. Residents who had crossed the bridge daily shared their shock and grief, recalling moments when they had noticed strange vibrations or unusual noises, but never imagined the danger lurking beneath their feet. The forensic analysis uncovered several critical flaws in the bridge's design and construction. Certain joints had been improperly welded, and some support beams showed signs of advanced rust and corrosion. Investigators discovered that water had been seeping into the structure for years, weakening the foundation and accelerating the decay. These issues, combined with the heavy traffic load and harsh weather conditions, created a perfect storm that ultimately led to the collapse. Animated reconstructions of the disaster helped the public understand how quickly the situation had spiraled out of control. In a matter of seconds, what had seemed like a routine day turned into a nightmare. The bridge's central span gave way, sending vehicles and pedestrians plunging into the river below. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, but the damage was done. The investigation's findings were a sobering reminder of the consequences of neglect and the importance of vigilance in engineering. Ultimately, the investigation served as a wake-up call for cities and engineers everywhere. It highlighted the need for regular inspections, transparent communication, and a commitment to safety above all else. The lessons learned from this tragedy would shape future policies and practices, ensuring that the mistakes of the past would not be repeated. In the end, the collapse was not just a failure of steel and concrete, but a failure of responsibility. A stark reminder that in the world of engineering, even the smallest oversight can have devastating consequences. Today, the story of the Morandi Bridge stands as a powerful and enduring lesson in the importance of safety, the necessity of continuous monitoring, and the critical need for ongoing investment in infrastructure. The collapse of the original Morandi Bridge in Genoa, Italy, on August 14, 2018, was a tragedy that shook not only the city but the entire world. It was a stark reminder that even the most impressive feats of engineering are not immune to the passage of time, the forces of nature, or the consequences of human oversight. As we look at the new Genoa San Giorgio Bridge, which now spans the Polcevera River, we see more than just a structure of steel and concrete. We see a symbol of resilience, a testament to the determination of a community to rebuild, and a commitment to learning from the past. The new bridge, designed by renowned architect Renzo Piano, incorporates the latest advancements in engineering and safety technology. It is equipped with state-of-the-art sensors that monitor every aspect of its health, from the tension in its cables to the vibrations caused by passing vehicles. These systems provide real-time data to engineers, allowing for immediate response to any potential issues and ensuring that the mistakes of the past are not repeated. But the lesson of the Morandi Bridge goes beyond technology. It is a call to action for governments, engineers, and citizens alike. Infrastructure is the backbone of modern society, supporting our daily lives in ways we often take for granted. Roads, bridges, tunnels, and railways connect us to our jobs, our families, and our communities. When these structures fail, the consequences can be devastating, not just in terms of loss of life, but also in the disruption of entire cities and economies. The tragedy in Genoa highlighted the dangers of deferred maintenance and the risks of underestimating the importance of regular inspections. For years, experts had warned about the aging structure of the Morandi Bridge, but budget constraints and bureaucratic delays led to postponed repairs. In the aftermath, investigations revealed a pattern of neglect that ultimately contributed to the disaster. This painful lesson has since prompted a nationwide re-evaluation of infrastructure policies, not only in Italy, but around the world. Today, the new bridge stands as a beacon of hope and a model for future projects. Its construction was completed in record time, thanks to the collaboration of engineers, construction workers, and local authorities who worked tirelessly to restore a vital link for the city. The process was marked by transparency, innovation, and a shared sense of purpose. The bridge's sleek design and advanced features are a testament to what can be achieved when safety and quality are placed above all else. Yet, the memory of the collapse remains fresh in the minds of Genoa's residents. Memorials and plaques near the bridge honor the 43 lives lost, serving as a somber reminder of the human cost of failure. For the families affected, the pain endures, but so does the resolve to ensure that such a tragedy never happens again. The story of the Morandi Bridge is ultimately a lesson in vigilance. It teaches us that engineering is not a one-time achievement, but an ongoing responsibility. It reminds us that oversight must be constant, that maintenance must be prioritized, and that investment in infrastructure is an investment in the safety and well-being of our communities. As we move forward, let us carry these lessons with us, striving to build a future where our bridges, both literal and metaphorical, are strong, safe, and enduring.